Before I start this video, I want to ask you to support me by subscribing to my channel. And please like this video if you find it helpful. And of course, if you have some questions or suggestions, welcome to the comments. And we jump right in.
Hi everyone! In today's video, I would like to show you how to create a custom bundle in your Symfony application. And in this video, there will be a lot of explanations about the best practices for creating a bundle that Symfony recommends. So, in Symfony, a bundle is a modular structure that contains related functionality and can be easily integrated into a Symfony application. A bundle is essentially a directory that follows a specific structure and contains PHP code, templates, assets, and configuration files. Bundles allow developers to organize their code into reusable and self-contained components, which can be shared between applications or even distributed as standalone packages. Each bundle can define its own roles, services, and configuration, and can be easily enabled or disabled in the application configuration. Bundles are a fundamental part of the Symfony framework, and many of the built-in features of Symfony are implemented as bundles. For example, the Doctrino RM, Twin templating engine, and security system are all implemented as Symfony bundles. In summary, a Symfony bundle is a modular and reusable component that encapsulates related functionality and can be easily integrated into a Symfony application. Symfony versions before 4.0 advise developers to use bundles to structure the application code. However, this practice is no longer recommended, and bundles should only be used to distribute code and features between multiple applications. Well, we are moving from theory to practice. In the root folder, let's create the bundle directory. And then inside it, I'll create the subdirectory twd. And now inside this subdirectory, I'll create a folder in which the custom bundle will be located. When creating a bundle in Symfony, it is recommended to follow the PCR4 standard for organizing PHP namespaces. This means that the namespace for the bundle should start with a vendor name, twd in this case, followed by 0 or more category segments, 0 in this case, and end with the name of the bundle, which should always end with the word bundle. Hello World bundle in this case, as you can see. Note that the vendor name in the namespace is meant to identify the creator or maintainer of the bundle, and not necessarily the company or organization that they work for. So, even if you are creating the bundle as part of your job or for a specific company, you can still use your personal name as a vendor segment in the namespace. Actually, in my case, twd means Tanya Web Dev. Next, in the root folder of the bundle, I'll create a composer.json file with such metadata inside. have the name of the bundle, which is twd/hello-world-bundle in this case. The name follows the vendor package naming convention and should be unique. This is the version number of the bundle, which is 0.1.0 in this case. This should be incremented when changes are made to the bundle. Symfony bundles follow the semantic versioning standard for versioning. I'll leave a link to the standard in the description under the video. This indicates that this is a Symfony bundle. This is a brief description of what the bundle does. This is the license under which the bundle is distributed, which is MIT in this case. The MIT license is a permissive free software license that allows users to use, copy, modify, merge, publish, distribute, sublicense, and/or sell copies of the software without restriction. This specifies any dependencies that the bundle has. In this case, it requires PHP version 7.4 or higher. This specifies the autoloading rules for the bundle. It uses the PCR4 autoloading standard, which maps namespaces to directories. In this case, it maps to the twd/hello-world bundle namespace to the src directory. This specifies the autoloading rules for the bundle's test files. It uses the same PCR4 standard as the autoload section, but maps the test namespace to the tests directory. And this is an array of authors of the bundle. Each author has a name and an email field. Overall, this composer.json file should include at least name, type, description, license, and autoload. Actually, a namespace becomes a bundle as soon as you add a bundle class to it. So let's do it. When creating a bundle class in Symfony, it is best practice to follow a set of naming conventions for clarity and consistency. These conventions include using only alphanumeric characters and underscores, using Studley Claps naming with an uppercase first letter, using a descriptive and short name, no more than 2 words, prefixing the name with the vendor and optional as a category namespaces, vendor in this case, and suffixing the name with bundle. Following these naming conventions can help ensure that your bundle's name is clear, descriptive, and unique within your Symfony project, which can help prevent naming conflicts and make it easier for other developers to understand and use your code. Note that in this case, the Symfony bundle class extends from the abstract bundle introduced in Symfony 6.1. If you need your custom bundle to be compatible with previous versions of the framework, you need to extend it from the bundle instead. And as for the getPath method, it's a method in a Symfony bundle class that returns the path to the bundle directory. Specifically, the getPath method returns the absolute path to the directory that contains the bundle class file. In my bundle, there will be one single controller whose task is to render a page with the text "Hello World." So let's create a twig template and the controller itself. Note that when creating roads for a bundle in Symfony, it is a best practice to prefix the roads names with the bundle alias. This helps to avoid naming conflicts between roads defined in different bundles, and also makes it clear which roads belong to which bundle. I want to draw your attention to one more thing. In Symfony, when you install packages or bundles in your application, they may include their own twig templates in their respective resources, views, directories. To avoid any naming conflicts between your own templates and the templates provided by the installed bundles, Symfony adds a unique namespace for each bundle's templates. This namespace is automatically created using the bundle's name, and it is prefixed with an @ symbol. So, using this namespace notation helps to keep your templates organized and prevents naming conflicts between your own templates and those provided by the installed bundles. It also makes it easier to locate the templates provided by each bundle, which can be especially helpful when working with large applications that include many different bundles. In Symfony, when you create a custom bundle, it may have its own dependencies, services, configurations, and roads that are specific to the functionality of the bundle. These dependencies and services may not be automatically loaded into the controller or other parts of the application. To make these bundle-specific settings available to the application, you need to define them in the bundle's configuration files. The configuration files should be stored in the config directory of the bundle. The configuration files should follow the conventions of Symfony's configuration system using the YML, XML, or PHP formats. The configuration files define various aspects of the bundle, including services, parameters, roles, security, and more. First, let's define the configuration for the roles. In Symfony, it is a convention to use the bundle alias as a prefix for parameters that are defined in the bundle's configuration files. This helps to avoid naming conflicts with other bundles or with the application itself. This YML configuration specifies a road collection named tvd Hello World Bundle Roads that uses annotation type routing, which means that roads are defined using annotation in the controller classes. The resource parameter points to the directory that contains the controller classes where the road annotations can be found. In this case, it points to the /src/controller directory, which is located at the same level as the routing configuration file. Now let's create services YML file. This YML configuration file defines a parameters section, that can be used to store values or settings that can be used in other parts of the configuration file. It also defines a services section that is used to configure the dependency injection container in Symfony. The defaults key defines default options that will be applied to all services that are defined in the services section. In this case, it sets the AutoWire and AutoConfigure options to true, which means that Symfony will automatically wire the dependencies of the services and apply default configuration based on their class type. The next key in services section define this name. This means that Symfony will use the default option specified in defaults key to configure this service. In other words, this service will be auto-wired and auto-configured by Symfony. In addition to the fact that controllers are not automatically loaded in custom Symfony bundles, Settings are also not automatically loaded. In order to fix this situation and to load the configuration settings of a custom bundle, you need to create a dependency injection folder in the bundles src directory and create an extension class in that folder. This class is responsible for loading the configuration settings of the bundle and making them available in the application's container. The TWD Hello World extension class extends the extension class in Symfony. The extension class is used to load and process the configuration settings of a bundle. In this example, the TWD Hello World extension class is loading the bundle's services YML configuration file using the YML file loader class. The YML file loader class is a Symfony component that is used to load configuration files in YML format. The first argument of the YML file loader constructor is a container object, which is the Symfony dependency injection container. The second argument is file locator object that tells the loader where to look for the configuration file. In this case, the file locator is pointing to the config directory of the bundle, which is located 2 levels up from the current directory. Once the configuration file is loaded, it will be processed by Symfony's configuration system, which will merge it with the application's configuration and make the services defined in the file available in the container. In order to load the TWD Hello World extension class, add the following code to the TWD Hello World bundle. In this example, the getContainerExtension method is returning a new instance of the TWD Hello World extension class. This means that whenever the bundles is registered in application, the TWD Hello World extension class will be used to load and process the bundle's configuration. Now, in order to install our custom bundle, you need to find the composer.json file in the root folder of the project and specify the path to the custom bundle as the value for the repository statement. let's add a custom bundle to our application using Composer. To do this, first copy the bundle's name that we set in the composer.json file. And then go to the terminal. Here we need to execute this command. Let's check if our custom bundle is connected. As you can see, for some reason our bundle didn't connect, so let's do it manually. However, if we now visit the URL that is specified in the controller of our custom bundle, then it will not open. Let's try it. And all because in Symfony the routes for a bundle are not automatically registered with the routing system. To register the routes, you need to create a routing YML file in the config routes directory of your application. Let's do it. Now we need to clear the cache using this command. Let's check if the URL opens. Great, it works. Following the best practices for creating custom bundles, you also need to create the following files and folders. This file serves as a root file for the bundle's documentation,
This file can include installation instructions, usage examples, and any other relevant information. License file contains the full text of the license used by the bundle. Most third-party bundles are published under the MIT license, but you can choose any license that suits your needs. Actually, you can use a tool like choose a license com, to generate a license file based on the options you select. An readme.md file provides a basic description of the bundle and its functionality. It can also include examples and links to more detailed documentation. In the end, I want to say one more important thing about the bundle. Note, if you share your bundle publicly, you must use the bundle class name as the name of the repository. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching.
I hope you enjoy this video and see you next time.